count. Lewandowski, the only change to the Big Blue lineup as she comes in for KJ Dawson, and Lewandowski now playing right field. So for first at bat of the day, and she slaps the ball just foul past third, almost in the perfect spot. Would have been all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, you saw Wes Miller kind of throw her arms up in the air. I think she thought she might have had a play on that one, but unfortunately just going right over her head.
2-2 count, and a slap that does make it to Kuhn at short. She's able to knock it down, but no play. That'll be a hit for Lewandowski, and runners at first and second with one out. We've had some action here in game number 2.
The second baseman, number
Kuhn's really trying out this new turf. She tried it to her left, tried it to her right. She's had a run in with some carpet burn there in the first game. So
yeah, she's had her visor knocked off a couple times, as she did right there too.
Good pitch by Getchell there, or Getchell over the outside corner as Riley Blake steps in. Slapper down the line and good. Dowling there to get it quickly, and the runner will hold at third, so it's going to be bases loaded. Good piece of hitting there by Riley Blake.
Again, Riley Blake getting on base, as she did last inning. Yeah, the Big Blue have already cycled through their lineup once.
Hannah Enlow up now, the Big Blue with those two left-handed slappers there to start off their lineup. One out here, offering on the pitch. That's strike one. Millikin's already racked up 4 hits in this game. Pitch up high, evens the count at 1-1. So 2 infield hits and a line drive down the third base line have loaded the bases. Swing and a miss there by Enlow. And the count goes to 1-2. So the Titan think tank trying to figure out a pitch here. Pitch up in the zone. Enlow hangs off.
And Gatchell's been throwing some good ones here, especially when the pressure is really, really high. She's had the bases loaded with 1 out in the last 2 innings.
And you almost predicted it right there, Emma. Great pitch up and away over the outside part of the plate. I think that pitch probably called a strike as well. I guess we'll never know, but Enlow offered and unable to catch up to it.
Yeah, really great pitch up in the zone there. And again, 2 outs, but the bases are still loaded. Still a good opportunity for the Big Blue to put some runs on the board.
Yes, Foreman, the catcher, is up there now, and high strike call that time. 0-1 for Getchell, so this seems a little bit like a carbon copy. It was the same thing. The Big Blue had the bases loaded with 1 out. Getchell got the strikeout and then the fly out to center. You do not want to play with fire too much, but Getchell able to get ahead now, 0-2. So Foreman's got to go into protect mode here, down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Stanger setting outside, and Foreman doing a good job of just wasting that pitch off to the right. Oh, 2 pitch up and to the backstop, and that's going to be a run for Millikin. So unforced error there by the Titans. We saw that really swung the tide in game number 1. It was Millikin making the errors and the Titans capitalizing. And here's the Big Blue putting the first run on the board as Gatchell misses up high.
Yeah, that was a really tough one to get to if you're Stanger behind the plate.
And that ball's hammered into the left center gap. Beckman back. And it's in and out of her glove and over the wall. It's going to be a home run. That ball hit really well by Foreman. And Beckman tracked the ball really well. Got to the ball about the same time she got to the wall, and the ball in and out of her glove and over the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if that ball would have gotten over the wall, if it would have hit her glove or not. She might have assisted it over the wall a little bit there. That's a really tough one to take as a center fielder.
Yeah, really, really close on that. I agree with you, Emma. I'm not sure if that ball would have hit the top of the wall. I've seen that play a couple of times where the outfielder trying to make a play on a ball. Like I said, I mean, the fact that she got to that ball as hard as it was hit, she did a really good job tracking it down and just could not haul it in. I'm sure she's kicking herself. But again, the Titans playing with fire and finally get burned on the wild pitch for 1 run and then the 3-run home run by Foreman. Bases are empty now, but 4 runs in. As Regan is at the plate route for the Titans, and pitching coach Nikki Miller going to visit Gatchel out on the mound. Still early in this game, being only in the bottom of the second, so we got time to come back. You just want to make sure that Gatchel gets back on the game plan and dials back in.
Yeah, you don't want to dig yourself a hole this early, but, you know, luckily the Titans still have 5 more innings to put some runs on the board, and we saw them do it last game. And we saw Bruno in the top of the second not have the best command of the strike zone. So, I mean, obviously at this point, anything can happen in this game.
Yeah, if you really look at it, I mean, a little bad play, I'd say, you know, the 2 infield singles, Kuhn making a diving play to her left and another one to her right. Couldn't get to those balls. They were hits. Beckman with the ball in and out of her glove. I mean, you know, there's been 2 really hard hit balls in this inning.
Yeah, if the ball just bounces a little bit of a different way, this inning could be a completely different story. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
And there's ball 4 to Regan. So again, complicating matters here a little bit with a free pass. She'll be on first base with 2 outs.
21, Caitlin Schrader.
Caitlin Schrader is the DP for this game. She steps into the box. Gatchel now wide of the mark there.
Stenger working really hard behind the plate this game. Being a freshman catcher is a really tough thing to do. It's almost like being a point guard. You kind of have to control the game a little bit, make sure your pitcher is doing what she needs to do. It's a tough task, and especially for a freshman, it's a difficult thing to do.
Hard hit ball at Turner, knocks it down, has time, throws to first for the 3rd out. So the Titans again walking a tightrope, and this time falling off as the Big Blue put 4 runs on the board. They've had 5 hits. We're going to head to the top of the 3rd. Game number 2, Millikin leads 4-0 on the Titan Broadcast Network.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program, double major, and play a sport, do an internship, and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Leading off the center fielder, number 5, Anna Beckman.
Back at Carroll Willis Park in Inspiration Field. Game number 2, Titans down 4-0 early on as we head in the top of the 3rd. Center fielder Anna Beckman stepping in, and again, that was a tough play for her to make and an unfortunate one, but I'm sure she'd like to make up for it here in the batter's box. And Bruno, see if she turns into a different pitcher with a 4-0 lead. Gets ahead there with the first pitch strike.
Yeah, Titans have the top of their lineup up in this inning. You'd like to see them do a little something in the top of this inning.
Catcher trying to catch the high ball there, and kind of the glove and the ball, I think, hit the umpire in the head. So he seems to be all right. Shaking it off. Evens things up, 1-1 count. Really deliberate change up there. Beckman not falling for it. Goes to a 2-1 count. Pitch down and in, ball 3, so 3-1. We saw 3 walks from Bruno in the last inning to load the bases for the Titans. Titans unable to cash in. Bruno again behind 3-1 here in the top of the third. And a pitch up, going to put the first runner on, so the Titans with some speed on the base paths. Anna Beckman conjures a walk. Here comes another speedster, Haley Milgazzo.
Yeah, we kind of saw this in the last game. Big Blue got a lot of hits early. Unfortunately, they weren't able to put any runs on the board in the last game, but this game they are. Just a lot of hard hit balls off the bat to the Big Blue, and not so much off the Titans here early.
Showing the bunt there, but pulling off was Milgazzo. A couple different ways to play this. We'll see if the Titans play for the 1 run. Still early, so you could still play a little small ball here, just try to manufacture something. And Bruno's going to do the Titans a favor, and that ball, nice job by Riley Blake there. As catcher didn't do her any favors as she gunned one down there.
Yeah, that was not really sure why she threw it to second there. There was not any chance of getting Anna Beckman out. She was standing on second base.
Yeah, she kind of had a wide turn there by the time she got back, yeah. But now Milgazzo, you can take the bunt off if you want. Could still be on with Milgazzo's speed. It is, but there's ball number 3 outside. So Bruno complicating matters for herself a little bit here in the top of the third. A walk, a wild pitch, and now 3-0 to Haley Milgazzo.
Yeah, just hasn't been very close to the strike zone here. The middle of that last inning, and obviously here early as Milgazzo takes a walk there.
Well, here come the Thumpers with a couple of speedy runners on base. Haven't really seen that loud hit from the Titans yet today. I'm sure they'd like to get it here with their 3-4-5 coming up. Wissmiller stepping into the box for the Titans. There's a strike inside half. I'd say for the most part, both Millikin pitchers, we've seen them really pounding the ball inside today.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Titans have majority righties on this. And you see another one right there. Just in on the hands of Wissmiller, not able to get it.
Oh-2 now to Casey Wissmiller. And a swing and a miss there on a pitch down and in. So that's the first out for the Big Blue as they try to do their own high wire act and get out of this mess. Runners on first and second. Cleanup hitter Jen Kuhn stepping into the box for the Titans. Pitch up and away, gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. Foreman unable to corral that pitch up and away. I think it will go as a wild pitch. It was a little bit of a challenging catch for Foreman on that rising ball. Now it's runners second and third with 1 out. RBI opportunity for Jen Kuhn. Kuhn rips one down the left field line, back and gone. It's a home run for Jen Kuhn.
Oh, Millikin cannot believe that ball is fair
The field umpire, the home plate umpire, immediately called that ball fair. Jen Kuhn had actually stopped, like she thought maybe it had gone foul as well. That ball was hooking down the left field line. Millikin adamant that they felt that it went in front of the post.
Yeah, you saw the Millikin catcher go up to both umpires pleading that ball was foul, and you see Millikin coach talking to both the umpires.
There's netting on that, so there you can't maybe see that on the stream, but there's netting towards the infield part. And where that ball went over, I mean, again, with the naked eye, it's hard to see, but I would have thought that if it had gone foul, it would have been in front of that netting, and it didn't seem to be.
Yeah, from our angle right here, it is really difficult to tell whether that ball was foul or fair.
And we've had an ejection here where the home plate umpires now has ejected the Millikin coach. So it's going to stand as a home run in a 4-3 game. We'll try to see if they've got the ability on the stream in the press box here to maybe rewind that. I mean, there's a bunch of Illinois Wesleyan students out there in left field signaling it was a home run, but I'm not so sure I would count on them, Emma, for the accurate.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily trust them either out there. I think they're going to say it's a home run for the Titans regardless. Not really sure what's.
Yeah, it was hard. I kept looking to see if that ball passed in front of that white foul line. That's why, baseball has the white ball with the yellow foul poles, softball the yellow ball with the white foul poles, and I was just trying to, and I have terrible eyes, I will say that first off, but I was trying to see that yellow ball cross the white post, and it seemed like it was over the fence before I ever saw that, but. Katie Gonzalez, I think, coming out to get clarification. I'm not sure if that's on the ejection or what the case is, but...
Yeah, and I'm not sure who exactly was ejected because there was one coach talking to both umpires, but then there was another coach screaming from the dugout, so I'm not sure which one it was.
I think it was the assistant coach, the pitching coach, who maybe... and I apologize, I should have the names here for the coaching staff for Millikin. But I think it was the pitching coach. It was the same coach that came out earlier for the to make a mound visit. So Bailey Turner, after a lot of excitement, I guess, one way or the other, steps into the box. Bruno, to her credit, gets back to work. The ball was hammered. That ball was smashed, but the wind is pushing right to left, and it was nip and tuck as to whether or not it got out or not.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, that's going to go down in the books, and it's going to show up on the scoreboard as a 3-run home run from Jen Kuhn.
Foul ball by Turner. She's down 0-2. The Titans had a situation I mentioned in today's first game that they played undefeated Wisconsin Whitewater in a game, lost 1-0, and the run Whitewater scored was a ball that hit the foul pole clearly, but there was a debate to whether it was under the yellow line or equal to the yellow line, as Bruno gets the strikeout there for out number 2. And turned out later in video review, they did determine that the ball did hit the foul pole just above that yellow line that you see on the outfield fence. So a couple of controversial home run calls here in the early season as Corey waves at one up in the zone.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the replay here of this. I can't really make anything out. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell.
As we get a fly ball from Corey, and the center fielder, Chismark, comes in to take care of it. Well,
3 runs on 1 hit.
3 runs on 1 hit, but it's a big one. Jen Kuhn with a 3-run home run. And we've got a 4-3 ball game here. Big Blue lead 4-3 heading into their half of the inning. They'll be batting here in the bottom of the third when we come back to Carroll Willis Park on the Titan Broadcast Network.
Behind every Wesleyan success story is a community, one made of alumni and friends devoted to creating opportunities for the next generation of Titans. When you support the Wesleyan Fund, you make a difference. Join us in providing a first-class education, a rewarding campus experience, and a lifetime of opportunities. I'm Norm Ish, a graduate Illinois Wesleyan and the head football coach for the past 35 years. Join me in supporting the Wesleyan.
Back here with action at the bottom of third, just watching a replay of the home run as well, and I agree with you, Emma. It was kind of hard to tell. The one thing I will say is the left fielder for Millikin, which is Abby Willis, did not immediately react like it was a foul ball. There's a smash into center field, Beckman over to get it, out number 1. But Abby Willis, the closest player to that, and as you watch her reaction, she kind of goes over and is kind of reacts like it was a home run. I mean, she kind of acted, I would have thought that maybe if she had seen it clearly go in front of the post that she would have reacted to it.
Yeah, you saw the reaction from most of the Millikin infielders, but yeah, certainly the right fielder out there would have had the left fielder, would have had the best look at it.
As Gatchell hits another batter. And that is the aforementioned Abby Willis as she heads down to first base on the hit by pitch. Lainey Chismark steps in, 1 out, runner on first. Millikin up 4-3. And there's a pop-up. It's going to be into second base, shallow right. Turner back, makes the catch, 2 down.
Right fielder, number 7, Emma Lewandowski.
And there's a foul back. It's the designated player Lewandowski now up at the plate, down 0-1 with 2 outs.
Yeah, in the 9 spot today, right before Riley Blake, who has gotten on base every time she's been up in this game.
There's a slap down the third base line. Foul. Stays 1-2. Yeah, I think you'd want to get out of here and just let Blake lead off the next inning.
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
been a handful.
Absolutely.
That's weird. That's her real.
Pitch up and away. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lewandowski at the plate. Willis on first for the Big Blue.
Or the opposite team now.
Another pitch wasted up and away. Now they've gone full. And again, Gatchell doesn't want to mess around too much here. Got an opportunity here to get out of the inning. And a pitch down out of the zone. Be a walk to Lewandowski, and here comes the Riley Blake, the second baseman for the Big Blue.
Number 4, Riley Blake.
Yeah, Blake and Enlow back-to-back here have gotten on base the couple times they've been up already in this game, contributing to those 4 runs that the Big Blue have on the board already.
It looked like a first pitch changeup there from Gatchel for strike 1.
Yeah, she uses that pitch a lot. It's not necessarily one you typically lead off a batter with, but whatever works.
And that pitch judged to be on the inside part of the plate. I think Stanger, by courtesy of the dugout, was asking where that pitch was. It was pretty close. Judged to be inside, 1-1. And there's a slap to Kuhn, able to get the short hop and over to Corey for out number 3. So the Titans survive the bottom of the 3rd. As we head into the top of the 4th inning, Titans are up. They trail 4-3. We'll be back with more softball at Carroll Willis Park right after this.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the best product possible, empowering you to take back control of your health. From a leader in the digestive, immune, and emotional...
Yeah, but you said the left fielder didn't go line out like this. My mom didn't tell you. That ball, when you get that ball, it was headed to no, I don't like that. I'm sorry. Started going. Forget it. That's the same thing that happened. Don't get open now. Let it go field, get on base. Yeah, a couple extra runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, pitch hitting, Hope Yeoman.
We're back to Carroll Willis Park and Inspiration Field on the campus of Illinois Wesleyan as Hope Yeoman comes in to pinch hit, takes ball 1. Hope batting from the right side. Titans have been out hit 5-2. And controversy, I guess, for that second Titan hit. Still trying to determine. It's still a debate for everybody who's here at the park whether or not that was a fair or foul ball.
I think people wearing green are going to call it a home run, and people wearing blue are going to call it a foul ball. And yeah. I think that's just what it's going to.
I think we're objectively trying to say we don't know 100% for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a big call. I mean, right now Millikin's still with the lead, but certainly if the Titans come back to win this game.
I mean, that's 3 runs on the board and 3 runs. 3 runs is a lot. That's for sure.
Good one by Boone. Evens up the count 2-2. Well, yeah, Millikin had done a great job grabbing the lead with a 3-run homer of their own. Tallying 4 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, so you know the opportunity for the Titans to come back and get 3 back on the board as we have a soft lineup there from Hope Yeoman, the first base, Regan handles it.
Left fielder,
Reagan.
4, J.D. Howley.
I've seen a lot of softball out here. We don't see a lot of those calls. We've had 2 of them like that already this year.
Yeah, those are rare, that's for sure. And you don't see that when you watch a lot of, Major League Softball or professional sports because they can just go watch the replay, and at this level you don't necessarily get that. So it's whatever the first call is, that's what it is. And like it or not, it's going to stand.
I will say, again, a couple of things. The home plate official immediately made a signal. I was just watching because I was trying to see down the line and wasn't 100% sure what I saw. And as I looked back to him, as soon as it crossed that threshold, he immediately made the home run signal. And again, the left fielder, Abby Willis for Millikin, did not react to it, which doesn't mean, maybe she didn't see it.
One of my professors here has told me one of the the best one-liners I've ever heard. He said, "Always state your opinions as facts, and people will believe you."
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's what the umpire was doing.
He might have. I don't think that worked for the Millikin coaching
No, it
staff or for
didn't.
some of the other players. But
It did not.
as Dowling does a great job going down and getting the change up there, stayed behind the ball and just serves it into the right center gap. She's on base with a 1-out hit.
Again, this is what prompted the big inning in the previous game when the Titans scored 5 runs. In the middle of that game, the eight spot got on, and then there was a ton of speed on the base paths with Fontanetta up now. Beekman on deck.
And a popped up. That's the second popped up bunt today. I can tell you what the Titans will be working on in practice tomorrow.
Yeah, a couple costly
Number 5.
bunts turned pop-ups here on the first 4 innings of this game.
Dowling there reads the ball, drop. Ball is, Foreman just had to pick it up and chuck it after it already kind of squirted out of her glove. So Dowling down to second.
It's Dowling, 6th stolen base in 6 attempts this year, so she's still 100%.
Anna Beckman turns on one, skies it into left field. And the left fielder Willis able to come in and corral it for the 3rd out.
No runs on a hit, 1 left.
So no runs and 1 hit, 1 left on base.
After 3.5.
We'll head into the bottom of the 4th. Titans still trail the Big Blue 4-3. We'll be back with more at Carroll Willis Park right after this.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Catcher for the Titans.
You know why? You're not doing it. So during the early years, freshman year, I'm like, oh, perhaps it over. Right now.
Leading off the 3rd baseman, number 23, Anna Enlow.
So back with the bottom of the 4th here. Millikin, the home team for this 2nd game of the doubleheader. Titans taking the first game 6-0. Millikin leads here 4-3, and Anna Enlow, 3rd baseman, stepping into the plate. And as Gatchell gets ahead with a first pitch strike.
Maybe I should start recording. Maybe now. Maybe flip it.
A little bit of a change up there, trying to get that outside corner again, but missing. Evens up the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Gatchell's made things pretty tough on herself the last 3 innings, getting kind of into some tough situations. Hope she doesn't do that,
Good fastball
going forward.
there.
Yeah, that was a really good pitch right there. Getting started on the right path here.
Pitch up in the zone. Enlow able to check her swing. 2-2 count here to the leadoff hitter for the Big Blue in the bottom of the 4th. Gatchell goes fishing again on that outside corner. Enlow doesn't bite, and she's worked the count full. Now a ball skied to center field. Beckman camped out underneath it and has it for out number 1.
The catcher, number 22.
I can't say that I remember looking over a little bit to the Millikin side of the crowd too, and I'm telling you, I don't think it was overwhelmingly where everybody was debating. It was something weird about it. It wasn't like everybody was saying, well, that was definitely a foul ball.
Yeah, and where the Millikin fans are sitting, they have a pretty good view.
They should have had a great view of it, but they're old like me. We can't see very well. I think it was like, well, we can't start screaming if we didn't see it, Catcher Foreman now, and she had the 3-run home run in and out. We've had a home run in and out of the glove of the center fielder for Illinois Wesleyan that popped over the fence on a ball hit really well by Foreman, and then a ball hit really well by Jen Kuhn for the Titans. It, depending on your perspective, either curled in front of the foul pole or behind it.
Yeah, a lot of weird plays in this game, and even last game there was 3 or 4 inning-ending double plays that were very kind of strange. Some really interesting, plays in these last couple of games for sure.
So Gatchel, I don't know, maybe PTSD from the last at-bat from Foreman, but she walks her on 4 pitches there.
Maddie Reagan.
Brings up Maddie Reagan now, the first baseman. 1 down. And Gatchel missing up in the zone again. Pitch smashed down the line to Corey. She kind of olayed it, but made the play. Stepped on the bag for the force and then tried to throw down to get Foreman at second. No go.
Seemed like she kind of surprised herself when she actually stopped that ball. It was hit so hard. Seemed like she was kind of shocked that it actually stopped in her glove.
You are correct. I think there were several people surprised, and she was one of them. But it does result in out number 2, and so now with Foreman out at second base.
Yeah, 2 outs and only a runner on second is a better position than Gatchel has been in the last 3 innings, so trending in the right direction at least.
And Schrader works it to a 1-1 count as she tries to cash in for the big blue. That ball is hammered into left center gap. There goes Beckman on the run again. And this time she leaps in front of the fence and is able to pull it down. Started to have a little bit of it. Looked like we were on replay from the home run earlier in the game, but Beckman able to corral that one. Again, the wind knocking balls down into that gap a little bit. So the Titans escape again. We're going to head to the top of the 5th. Titans down 4-3. We'll be back for the top of the 5th in just a minute.
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight, 13-12.
Leading off the 5th inning for Illinois Wesleyan, the designated player, number 1, Haley Vilgazo.
Back at Carol Willis Park and Inspiration Field for the top of the 5th here in game number 2, game that's moving right along. Haley Milgazzo will lead it off for the Titans. Again, Haley batting in the 2 spot and just trying to get on base and wreak a little havoc with the big hitters behind her. Gets out ahead here, 1-0. There's a pitch up in the zone. Milgazzo fouls it straight back.
I feel like I've said this whenever the Titans have literally anybody up, but this is a good player to have up to start this inning. If she can get on base, certainly wreak some havoc on the base paths, no doubt.
1-1 pitch from Bruno. That's softly hit to third, and that's going to be another single. Milgazzo can really motor down that line. Really good at getting out of the box quick.
third baseman, number 11.
Yeah, she
Casey
is.
Westmiller.
She is really fast. You've seen her run the bases really well in the first game.
That brings Westmiller to the plate. She'll take ball number 1. They've been pitching Westmiller on the inner half of the plate, unable to get the barrel out in front of one. She shows the bunt there, pulls it back for a 2-0 count.
Yeah, Westmiller with 2 strikeouts in this game already. Like you said, they've been really working her inside, hasn't been able to get a lot.
I think we just had a situation. There's the softball field here is adjacent to the stadium, and they started pregame music, I think, for a women's lacrosse match this evening. I think Millikin just asked him if it could be turned down, maybe causing communication problems here on the field.
Maybe that's why they felt they were super sad.
All these kids today, Emma, you guys like your music nice and loud. I'm not sure I've seen that happen out here before, but...
Yeah, I can't. I mean, we obviously have our headsets on, so I can't really hear it that much,
Yeah.
but...
Another frustrating pitch there as that pitch was up in the zone and Westmiller unable to get her bat back in time. Would have been a 3-0 count. And instead, it's 2-1. And there's a good bunt that should get the job done as Milgazzo gets down to second. That's going to bring Jen Kuhn to the plate. And depending on whether you like green or blue, she's got a 3-run home run in this game.
The shortstop.
Yeah,
I guess she does whether you wear green or blue because we're way past the debate, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go back and erase those runs anymore. But regardless, that ball was hit so hard. I don't know if Bruno wants to pitch her a little more conservatively in this one, knowing how hard she just hit that last one.
Yeah, I looked at that replay on your phone, and the ball was up high enough that the ball would have had to pass completely in front of the screening and the foul post. And I think you would have noticed it passing before that entire rig, but you never see it, and then the ball just disappears, behind the fence. So somebody's going to take it, blow it up, and it's going to be like the Zapruder film, right? We're gonna have definitive proof.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe not during this game, but at some point.
At some point, we will find it. Yep.
As Kuhn takes a 4-pitch walk, so not messing with Kuhn this time around. That's going to give the opportunity to Bailey Turner.
Second baseman, number 31.
Yeah, it's so tough with the
Bailey
Titans
Turner.
in the heart of this lineup. If you walk Jen Kuhn, you try and get past her because she just hit a 3-run homer, and then you get to Bailey Turner, who just hit a 3-run walk-off earlier this weekend. So it's tough. You get a tough matchup no matter what.
Yeah, Bruno misses off the inside corner there, but not a bad pitch to start. Turner gets one up in the zone, skies it, and the wind may take that foul, and just barely. That ball went right off of the top of the protective fencing that's out in front of the dugout. So Enlow got over there, and it's not a small fence. I mean, it's probably about would you say 6-foot fence or so, and maybe a little bit more than that. So Enlow might have been able to reach up to it, but a tough play nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty close. Her glove was right there, but just missing it.
Wind maybe not pushing the balls as much as it was earlier in the day. Turner's worked it to a 2-1 count, 1 out, runners on first and second. Good speed on second. That ball hammered in the left center gap, going back on it. And Wills makes the catch. Milgazzo tagging, heading to third. She'll get there easily. No tag by Kuhn. The balls we've seen go out have been lower and hit more on a line. That pitch spent a little too much time in the air.
Yeah, I mean, on any other day, that ball probably gets out if the wind's not blowing straight in our face here, but not getting out today with this wind.
So now Milgazzo on third. Millikin needs to be aware of the pass ball. Milgazzo definitely enough speed that she can get home. And for Corey, you don't need a big hit right here. You take a line drive somewhere. So just good solid contact from Ava would tie this game up. And she cuts at a high ball, and she's behind that one. Looked like she tried to load up on that pitch a little bit versus getting right to it.
Yeah, Corey is one of those players that can obviously do a lot of damage and hit the ball really hard, but she also has quite a few strikeouts on the year, top 3 on the team in strikeouts. But, I mean, when she makes contact with the ball, she makes contact with the ball. There's no doubt about it.
She's tall for a softball player for sure, and a lot of strike zone to protect. As the changeup comes in there but does not drop in. And that's going to take it to a 3-1 count. So Corey in the driver's seat, 3-1. There's a base open at second. So a walk here would simply load the bases. Corey gets under it and pops up to the right side of the field. And Blake over to put it away. So the Titans unable to capitalize.
No runs on it, 2 left.
And it stays 4-3 Millikin. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th at Carol Willis Park. Still Millikin 4, Illinois Wesleyan 3 on the Titan Broadcast Network.
Leading off the shortstop, number 2, Ava Zukowski.
Well, we've got exciting news as we head to the bottom of the 5th. As Zukowski steps into the plate for the Big Blue, but we were able to actually cut the film, zoom it out, and freeze frame it with the softball behind the foul pole. So we had video confirmation that the controversial home run call, credit to the home plate umpire, but he did get it correct. And I can see how somebody looking from different angles and different motives might have seen something a little bit different, because it was tough to call, but we seem to have been able to isolate it with the ball behind the foul pole.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it was a very, very, very close call, but, you know, as we watch the replay, we're pretty sure that ball was behind the foul post.
And if Millikin goes on to win, it'll just be a good story. If they lose this game, like I said, they may be asking us to send them the clip of that. So, and there's Gatchel again, creating a little extra work for herself, giving up a leadoff walk. Don't know if maybe we're going to get a courtesy runner or a pinch runner here, or maybe a pitching change for the Titans. As Mallory Holland will come out, and she will relieve Caroline Gatchel. And we'll step away here while Holland takes her warm-up pitches. We'll be back with more softball on the Titan Broadcast Network.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the best product possible, empowering you to take back control of your health from a leader in the digestive, immune, and emotional health spaces.
But the first few seconds of the song sounds the same as the first few seconds of Fight to Your Right.
Left fielder, number 20.
So back at Carol Willis Park in Inspiration Field as the freshman Holland comes on in relief of Caroline Gatchel, who gave up 4 runs on 5 hits and left after giving a walk. Fair ball. Nobody occupying third base and heads up running there. I know we had a pinch runner. I think is it 13 maybe?
That's what I thought the coach showed, but I
think it was maybe number 13, Charlie Condell. Great heads up running on her part. The sacrifice bunt got down. Out was recorded at first, but the Titans not paying attention. Somebody didn't take third base, and Condell able to work her way from first all the way to third. Good heads up softball and good heads up base running right there. Now a fly ball, dead center. Beckman back, makes the catch. She'll throw home. Condell tagging up, and she'll score. So, Peel at third. Runner is safe, did not leave too early, and Millikin leads 5-3. So we talked about heads-up plays. Millikin didn't have enough of them in game number 1. In game number 2, like I said, it's, again, a mistake by the Titans.
Yeah, definitely roles have kind of been reversed here. But the Big Blue were unable to get on the board in game 1. The Titans are only 2 back in this one. In a 5-3 game, still anything can happen.
Designated player. Emma Lewandowski at the plate for the Big Blue. Batting in the 9th spot. 2 outs, down with a 1-2 count right now. Slaps that one foul. Yeah, on that play, I'm not sure. I mean, it was a bunt play. You had several players crashing. Kuhn went to cover second base, and in that case, probably Dowling, the left fielder, should have come in and covered third, actually.
Yeah, every single player on the infield seemed to be almost in front of the circle.
And there's strike 3 over the outside corner. Lewandowski seemed to know it as she headed off. And we'll close out the 5th inning. But Millikin adds another run. They'll lead 5-3 as we head into the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back with more softball after this at Carol Willis Park and the Titan Broadcast Network.
A good citizen is someone who wants to make a positive impact, both in their communities and in the world around them. The Division III approach is absolutely the best approach out there for amateur sport because it wants student athletes to explore all parts of who they are. Be successful in the classroom, be successful in competition, be successful in the community. So our student athletes learn what it means to strive for and attain success, but doing it the right way and being good citizens.
So back to Carol Willis Park and Inspiration Field at Illinois Wesleyan for the start of the 6th inning. Titans trail by 2. Kelsey Bruno back out to the circle for the Big Blue. She's done a good job today. She's given up only 4 hits and 3 runs. As Stenger starts things off for the Titans, and Bruno laughing about that one a little bit. Ball came out of her hand. She squirts one up there.
I feel like Bruno's really thrown off some of these Titan hitters because she'll throw one in the dirt and then she'll throw one really quick right past you. It's she's kind of got both ends of the spectrum going.
Yeah, I think the term for that is effectively wild.
Yeah.
And she was ineffectively wild early in the game, had a bunch of walks and a string of balls thrown, and was able to kind of get out of trouble and avoid any big damage during that stage, and really has come back and controlled the game pretty well since then. But yeah, she'll throw a couple like that where it seems like she's nowhere close to the plate, and then a good fastball right there that she's able to get past Stenger.
Yeah, it's almost like the Titan hitters just aren't ready for something to be thrown in the strike zone after seeing a ball in the fake dirt or above their head, either one.
Looked like the changeup there came out of her hand early, so 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 bouncers and 1 bullet so far. Stenger trying to get on base to start things for the Titans, who are trying to come back here in game number 2. And a swing and a miss there. Good pitch on the inner half of the plate. 3-2 now. Who's going to give in?
Titans could really use some runs here in this inning. Don't want to wait until the 7th.
Pitch up in the zone there. Good job by Stenger to take ball 4, and so the Titans have their leadoff hitter on. Stenger will run. She's the catcher, so could have used a runner possibly, but now J.D. Dowling, the left fielder, is going to step in. See how the Titans want to play this. Good speed with Dowling, could be bunting. Shows the bunt, pulls it back, and then sprays one foul to go down 0-1.
Stenger's only attempted 1 stolen base this year, but has made it. She's 1 for 1 on the year, so doesn't steal a lot, but certainly in this scenario, you could see them maybe sending her.
Dowling again has that technique where she shows bunt, pulls back, lets that one sail high. It's 1-1. Dowling and then Fontanetta. That pitch down and in. 2-1.
Bruno kind of gets herself down in counts early, but you know, to her credit, she's been able to battle back through a lot of them, record a couple strikeouts after being down in the count.
Good play right there by the center fielder, Chismark. She called that ball early. You could hear her calling it all the way in. Ended up being just behind the shortstop.
Right fielder, number 7, Megan.
Came in hard, played it aggressively, made a good sliding catch to her knees to record out number 1. Now Megan Fontanetta steps into the box. She hits the ball back to the pitcher, and Bruno goes right to first. That ball was hit pretty quick. She might have had time to go to second, but Bruno's like, I'm not messing around. I'm getting the sure thing at first, and then actually threw a little bit high, but Reagan able to corral the throw.
Yeah, she might have honestly had an easier play at second base, with Fontanetta being certainly the quicker of the two between her and Stenger, but going with the...
Beckman now yanks the ball to the left. That ball's up in the air as well, and Abby Willis able to get there. So a promising inning. Starts with a bang, ends with a whimper as the Titans get the leadoff runner on, and then 3 straight outs. We're going to head the bottom of the 6th. Titans still trail 5-3. You're watching Titan Softball on the Titan Broadcast Network.
Behind every Wesleyan success story is a community. One made of alumni and friends devoted to creating opportunities for the next generation of Titans. When you support the Wesleyan Fund, you make a difference. Join us in providing a first-class education, a rewarding campus experience, and a lifetime of opportunities. I'm Norm Ish, a graduate Illinois Wesleyan and the head football coach for the past 35 years. Join me in supporting the Wesleyan.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Inspiration Field at Carroll Willis Park. My name is Tyler Wilson. I'm going to be taking over for Tony last inning, but, Tony had to bolt, so now you are stuck with me, Emma. I am very sorry for that. But
no, Tyler, you're the best.
I'm going to try. I'm wearing multiple hats right now, running the stream as well as calling, so I will be able to bring you the action, but stats are going to be tough for me to look up, so we're just going to roll with the action right now, Emma.
Got Riley Blake up here.
Blake takes ball 1 way high.
This is the top of the Millikin lineup, one that's given the Titans fits all day long. First game, second game, especially Riley Blake. She's gotten on seemingly every time she's been up, but in this second game, certainly 3 for 3.
A couple solid swings so far in this at-bat. She looks like she is locked in.
Yeah, she's been a killer in this second game.
She awaits the 1-2 pitch. That one is fouled off to the left side.
Mallory Holland, who came in relief of Caroline Gatchell in the last inning, continues here this inning. Holland, a freshman out of Shelbyville, Illinois. This is a very young Titan team for the most part, especially this pitching staff.
As the ground out is made by Casey Wismiller for the first out of the inning. Shelbyville, Illinois, fun fact, that's where I got married, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, so familiar with Shelbyville for sure. About 40 minutes from where I grew up. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
As 23, Anna Enlow, the third baseman for the Big Blue, comes to the plate. The 2-hitter is also given the Titans a couple fits this afternoon. The top 3 hitters in this Big Blue lineup specifically have done a lot of damage.
Anna Enlow still hitless in this second game. She's 0 for 2. That pitch is taken. That is a strike. I almost thought it was a ball. A little bit of a delayed call, and I can't hear the umpire make the call with the headset on.
Yeah.
Very obviously did look like a strike, though.
Yes, it did. That was right down the middle, for sure.
So that pitch is just dribbled into the batter's box. 2-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Titans would really, really like to get out of this inning unscathed to really give themselves a chance in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, they were already going to find themselves itching for a comeback here in the bottom or in the top of the 7th inning, but they do not want to make that hill any steeper, as they've done to themselves a lot of times this year. They've had some tough wins so far this year, as that ball is fouled off and out of play and into the parking lot on the left side.
It's all about the drama, Tyler. They're all about making things interesting, just entertaining the crowd. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a team that is, as we know, famous on TikTok. They're just doing it for their fans.
They are quite the entertaining bunch, as that one is fouled off on the left side, and I'm not sure if you could hear the ooze, but that one smoked somebody's truck in the parking lot.
It looked like it. I was watching it. I'm always really worried about it. It looked like it hit the top of that truck, not the windshield.
Yes.
Looks like everything's okay, but I don't know.
I bet there's a dent up there, though.
There might be a dent up there.
You know, it's not too horrible when the dent's on the top of the car, as that ball is once again fouled back.
Yeah, that's a tall truck back there, too. No one will be able to see that dent up there. It's all right. It's
okay. Also, it does unfortunately look like an expensive truck, though, so I'm sure they're not super happy.
Yeah, it's a good-looking vehicle right there.
So that ball is driven into the right field gap, and she will be safe for a single. Leah Foreman now, or Anna Enlow now 1 for 3 on the day, and that will bring up Leah Foreman, Leah Foreman is 1 for 1. Well, she also has 2 walks on the day, so she has found herself on base a lot today in this game. I'm so bad at saying today and referring to this game, but they play 2 today. So.
Yeah, well, 3 of the Big Blues' 5 runs were off the bat of Leah Foreman as a
little bit of an assisted home run.
A little bit of an assisted home run, unfortunately, for Titan center fielder Anna Beckman.
That ball will find grass in left field, putting runners on first and second after consecutive singles for the Big Blue. Titan's going to have to tighten things up here. Runners on first and second with only 1 out.
Number 16, Maddie Reagan.
That will bring up Maddie Reagan. She is 0 for 1 on the day. In the game. In the game. Get that through your head, Tyler. I'm getting used to calling baseball as well, where there's not as many doubleheaders.
Right, yeah. Yep.
That pitch is taken for ball 1.
Maddie Reagan, the first baseman today. She has been for both games, so I can say today.
Yes.
She's been the first baseman. She's made some good picks over there at first base. In the first game especially, Titans made a lot of contact, had to put a lot of pressure on the Millikin defense, and she made some good plays over there at first.
That pitch is taken just inside for ball 3. Now a 3-0 count. Walks have been a little bit of an issue for the Titans in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reagan has 1 on the game so far, but also a hit by pitch. That pitch is taken right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, Caroline Gatchell in the first 4 innings that she pitched gave up quite a few walks, especially early in innings, but ended up getting herself out of a couple jams, luckily, but was loading the bases with 1 and 2 outs, and it looks like Mallory Holland's kind of doing the same here. Unfortunately, bases loaded, just 1 out.
Yeah, an unfortunate start to the bottom of the 6th inning for the Titans. Still only 1 out here. So I believe we are going to see a pinch hitter, maybe. It is Caitlin Schrader. I just joined this game. Is she starting?
She's been playing.
She's playing. Okay.
That's okay.
I've not been here
We'll
for most of
you.
this game. I was able to catch the stream here and there. I was streaming the presidential announcement. That was today, so you can go rewatch that on YouTube, on Illinois Wesleyan's official YouTube page if you'd like.
Yes, Illinois Wesleyan announcing their new university president today officially.
Yes.
Pretty big day, pretty big day.
And after watching, or after being over there for the announcement, you would think I would know how to say his name, but I'm not going to say it because I know it is different than the way it's spelled, or at least it shocked me a little bit, but I don't remember exactly how to say that. So I'm sure I'll get familiar with it here very soon.
To the new university president, we are very sorry. We're very happy you're here.
Sorry.
We're very, very happy you're here, very excited. But
I mean, I could try, but I feel like I would rather not get it wrong.
Dr. Zanger, how about that?
Yeah, Dr. Zanger, that one I do know as much. So I count now 1-1 with 1 out. He gave a great speech, though. He did. Good. He got quite the standing ovation. A former athletic director, so I'm sure us in athletics will grow to like him, hopefully. The 1-2 pitch is taken just high. Evens the count up at 2-2. That was a good pitch there by Holland.
Yeah, Holland was kind of looking at that one for a while, hoping that one would be called a strike.
The pitch is smacked to the third baseman, Casey Wissmiller, not able to make the play. And the Millikin Big Blue will extend their lead to 6-3 with the bases still loaded.
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly, which base she would have had the best play at. All of them would have likely been tough. Maybe first she could have got to, but she was on her knees making that throw. That's a tough throw for sure.
Yeah, it would have been a very, very tough play over at first base. That would have been about her only option, as you said.
And you don't want to bring in maybe another run potentially.
That pitch is going to be in the right field gap and make it all the way to the track. 2 runs around to score, and the runner at third is going to hold up. So now an 8-3 lead for the Big Blue, and things have kind of gotten out of hands for the Titans.
Yeah, Zakowski, RBI double right there. Unfortunately, Titans digging themselves a little bit of a bigger hole here in the bottom of the 6th.
And the first pitch to Abby Willis is grounded to the shortstop. She goes home with it, and she is out at home.
Yeah, good throw right there from Bailey Turner to get out the runner.
That was a pretty bold send there by the Big Blue, especially up 8-3 with 2 runners on, but now runners just on first and third with 2 outs. I believe the play probably would have been made at first, so
yeah.
The only difference is now first and third instead of runners on second and third.
Correct.
So, but still a bold send.
Yeah, I would certainly agree with that, especially with how shallow Bailey Turner was there in the hole in second base.
That ball is grounded to Casey Wismiller, and this time she does make the play for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Big Blue tally on of 3 more runs. We'll be back after this short break for the top of the 7th inning.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program, double major, and play a sport, do an internship, and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
And the Titans have one more chance here at Carol Willis Park. Now down 8-3, Emma. They dug themselves a little bit deeper of a hole. You never really want to do that any inning, but as you were saying, tough to do that right before your last at-bat. Now things look a little bleaker for the Titans.
Yeah, for sure. And, Bruno's still on the mound here. The only blemish she really has is that 3-run home run off the bat of Jen Kuhn that was marginal earlier, but we watched the replay. It definitely was.
Yeah, it sure looked fair to me, at least.
Yeah.
Well, I'll download it so I can do a whole frame by frame later, but it looked fair to me.
Yeah.
Pitch 1 is taken for a ball.
And like I said, that's the only blemish on Bruno's kind of pitching.
That ball's fouled right back over our heads.
Pitching appearance today, so it's going to be tough to maybe score some runs here, but you've got the 2, 3, and 4 hitter up here with Haley Milgazzo. If she can get on base, maybe the Titans can get something going with her speed for sure.
That's a great place in the lineup to be as she slaps that one to the left side, and her speed is going to take her to first safely. Not able to make a play. Not even close. I mean, once that ball was fumbled, it was too over. The speed was too much. Zakowski, a good job to stop the ball, but not a chance at getting in unless she fielded that perfect. And even then, it would be a pretty tight play over there.
Yeah, I don't know if she would have been able to make that play if it was fielded cleanly, either with the speed of Milgazzo. She's so quick.
So now with that speed on first base, Casey Wismiller comes up. She leads the team in home runs.
Yes, she has struggled in this game against Bruno, however.
2 strikeouts already on the game.
They've really been pitching in on her hands inside, and Wismiller's just struggled. Lots of swings and misses against Bruno.
Casey had a grand slam in the tournament on Sunday. That was a fun one to be a part of as they defeated the DePaul Tigers. As she drives that one deep out to left field. It is also hooking, and it will be foul. Also did not clear the wall. I got a little excited there for what would have been an out probably if it was fair. So
that one for sure was foul.
Yes, definitely foul. It really does take a lot to get the ball out today. With the wind picking up in gusts, blowing either straight in or hard to left field, if anything. As she smokes that ball to third base, and they are going to turn the double play. What a fantastic snag and throw by Anna Inlow to double up the Titans. And now with 2 outs, they have quite the hill to climb.
Yeah, and I said it earlier, but everything that the Titans have done has just been so marginal. Like, if the ball just barely bounces a different way, goes a little bit in a different direction, this game could certainly be different, especially early on before those 3 big blue runs in the bottom of the last inning. But, if that ball doesn't bounce off the glove of Anna Beckman over the wall, if that ball isn't caught, there were a couple others.
And that ball is going to be skied but not leave the infield as Anna Inlow collects it and gets the 3rd out of the inning. The Millikin Big Blue defeat the Illinois Wesleyan Titans 8-3. We'll be back to recap a little bit after this short break.
Behind every Wesleyan success story is a community, one made of alumni and friends devoted to creating opportunities for the next generation of Titans. When you support the Wesleyan Fund, you make a difference. Join us in providing a first-class education, a rewarding campus experience, and a lifetime of opportunities. I'm Norm Ish, a graduate Illinois Wesleyan and the head football coach for the past 35 years. Join me in supporting the Wesleyan.
Okay.
And welcome back to Inspiration Field at Carol Willis Park. The Millikin Big Blue defeating the Illinois Wesleyan Titans 8-3 in Game 2. So they split the doubleheader. It's kind of about what you would expect from these two teams when they face off. Both these teams really gunning for each other, especially after today. Wesleyan, getting that ranking coming into this game, ranked number 25. I'm sure the Big Blue wanted to, had a little extra fire on them with that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And these teams obviously have a lot of history in the past couple of years, especially with softball. Both being the top 2 teams kind of in the conference most of the time, really battling it out in the CCIW. And I think this year is probably going to be no different. This is going to be a tough league. This is the Titans' first 2 games of conference play, so they're now 1-1. Millikin had split with Augustana earlier on April 6th. So just a few days ago, they split in Rock Island. So Millikin is now 2-2 in conference play. Wheaton 1-0 in conference play. North Park 2-0, and those are the only 2 undefeated teams left. And it's
still early, but it looks like it's going to be just as fun as we could expect from the CCIW.
Yeah, there's softball. CCIW softball is fun for sure.
Yeah, the Titans looking to get back to the NCAA tournament. Not able to make it last year. A little bit of a rarity for this Titan softball team, so I'm sure they are itching to get back into it. Tough loss today against the Big Blue, able to split, though, to start conference play. And, I missed most of the games, but I watched the stream a little bit, and I got filled in. And it seems like, despite neither game being a close one, you guys had a lot of fun over here.
Yeah, we did. There was a lot of offense, a lot of kind of goofy plays that kind of made things interesting, made things fun. This is certainly a Titan team that is, capable of doing a lot of damage in conference play. Got a lot of youth on this team, so hopefully as they kind of settle in to the routine that is, Titan softball and settling into the game schedule, they'll be well on their way. They have 3 starting pitchers who are sophomores or freshmen, so kind of getting things on the right track and hopefully getting the bats hot. This team certainly has the potential to be very dangerous in the CCIW.
Yes, and the Titans not back in action until this Saturday. They will go up and play Elmhurst at Elmhurst, a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. Meanwhile, the Big Blue will also be playing on Saturday. They will be hosting Wheaton, so they will be coming back home. I'm excited to see what the conference has in store for us, but a pretty good start to it today here at Carol Willis Park. Thank you for listening. We will be back on Saturday, not for softball, but we actually right now, if you want to go ahead and tune into the women's lacrosse game, it sounds like it's just getting started over there. So tune in, and thank you for listening to us today.
Peace.